Hey everybody, it's Chris Loud. I thought since it's spring and I just bought a couple of tubes of acrylic paint that were pastel colors, I would do a quick spring season inspired abstract painting demo. These are the paints I used in this painting demo. Bright aqua green, light blue permanent, light magenta, titanium white, and Prussian blue. I'll leave a list of those in the description if you're interested in seeing what those are. This one took me on a little bit of a journey. I started in one direction and was not really thrilled with it, so I switched it up and went in a different direction. Was not really thrilled with that, so I just kept going. I guess that's one of the great things about having a timer is you just keep working until that timer goes off. And I was not real fond of these, I guess you can call them polka dots. I used a cork to just put down some of these colors. So I started just covering it up, and I figured, it's part of the history of the painting. If I can call it that, that makes this painting sound a little more grand, I think, by saying history of the painting, but the layers of the painting, I should say. So a little bit of this shows through at the end. But I thought I would cover that up and then take a palette knife and just start scraping away. So I can still have some of that underpainting show through. But a lot of paintings will show themselves to you right at the beginning. You kind of have an idea of where you're headed with it. And a lot of them don't show themselves till the very end. And that's definitely the case with this one. I really just kept putting paint down, playing, and having fun, but really was not seeing much. So I just kept going. And it didn't really reveal itself to the very end, the last really minute or two of the painting. So, sometimes we paint and we are expecting a certain result, and that maybe that result happens, and sometimes the painting is not really about the result. It's about just painting, or maybe getting out of the headspace that you're currently in. Or maybe it's about a mark. One mark that you made in the painting, and that mark is perfect for a later painting. So, it's maybe I'm getting a little too philosophical about painting here. You just keep going, and you don't really know what the outcome is going to be on these warm-up paintings. You're playing and seeing what happens, and reacting to what the paint is showing you. And here is kind of the second version that I was working with, and again was not real thrilled with it. Here I'm actually painting and trying to dry it with a hairdryer at the same time. With that said, there were several times that I got a hairdryer out and worked on drying this painting, and I just cut those out. But it's I put this mat down to see if there was anything there. It's very rough, very raw, and was not really thrilled with it. So I thought, well, I'll just start looking for a focal point. I'll just start covering some parts up and seeing if anything presents itself to me. And this is just a mix of titanium white with a little bit of that bright aqua green in it. And you can see right now there's already some little places that could be focal points. So you can pick out which one you think I'm going to end up with, and see if you get that one. At this point, I had no idea which one I was going with. I just started covering things up to see what would pop out. I will say at the end, after the time was up, I did paint for probably another minute, just to pull out a few of the colors a little bit more, but not a drastic difference. But I'll show you that at the end here, what that looks like. If you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to leave me a comment, and I will get back to you on those. And if you like this, feel free to give it a thumbs up. I greatly appreciate that. But this is looking a little better. Something I liked. I wasn't thrilled with it at the end, but I sat on it for a day and kind of came back to it, and I actually really like this one. Very subtle. I'm using a fine tip applicator right now with titanium white, and I'll also use one that has some Prussian blue in it to just make a few more marks and pull out some of the shapes that I was seeing in there. But yeah, I was not actually expecting much out of this after I started and changed directions a few times. I thought, well, I'll just keep painting till the timer is up, and then this kind of presented itself to me, and like I said, I ended up enjoying this one. If nothing else, I had a good time painting, and that was really kind of the key. So here is the final version, and I'll show you a few different orientations of that. But again, enjoyed painting this one. A little different colors for sure. So thanks for watching, and keep on painting.